I mean, this is the NBA.
Okay.
This is what happens. We have a lot of conversations like this around the NBA where things just don't make a lot of sense. And this doesn't make really any sense. We're not talking about the Milwaukee Bucks waiving Damian Lillard, who has a torn Achilles, and they're desperately trying to keep Giannis Antetokounmpo. We're talking about LeBron James, who was a second-team All-NBA player last year, who still is one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world, like he was for so much of his career. And again, as McMahon pointed out, yes, the Lakers could, in theory, do LeBron a favor and allow him to just go play for whoever he wants. However, 5 days ago, LeBron James had a choice. He could be a free agent on Sunday. What did he choose to do? He chose to take $52.6 million. By the way, if I had a choice between $0 and $52.6 million, I too would take $52.6 million. So I understand why LeBron James opted into his contract. However, by opting into his contract, the Lakers now have one of the 10 to 15 best players on the planet under contract for the 2025-26 season, when, by the way, they have Luka Doncic, one of the 5 best players on the planet, under contract and on their team. So you would think the Lakers would love to have 2 of the best players on the planet playing together on their team next season, which last season when they were together, they won 50 games and were a top 4 seed in the Western Conference. So I would say that's how this is still going to end. But until, as you have said, Dan, repeatedly this week, we get something from LeBron or the Lakers saying LeBron James is going to be a Laker next season, we're going to continue to have this kind of discussion.
It's just kind of hanging out there, right? And we can talk all about how it's not realistic and all that kind of, but I mean, I want to ask about the Luka end of it, right? We're talking about this is a team that has to build around Luka for the future, regardless of what happens with LeBron, how much longer he wants to play, all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking at it from his perspective, like, what's your read on the LeBron situation?
Well, imagine the Lakers going to Luka and saying, hey, we bought out LeBron James, saying, okay, Luka says, well, what does that mean for me? And they said, well, your second best player is Austin Reeves, your third best player is DeAndre Ayton. We got nothing back for LeBron James. We're going to pay this dude $50 million to go to the Dallas Mavericks team and make that team better because we know how much you love the Dallas Mavericks right now. There is absolutely no sell for this, especially when you're thinking about the fact that Luka Doncic has to be, he's got to come back to his Lakers team after a year. They have to convince this dude to stay, and saying that we're paying for LeBron James to go somewhere else to make LeBron James happy.
We have talked a ton about this decision LeBron James made on Sunday.
Yeah.
The biggest decision of the Laker offseason was not whether LeBron James opted in or out of his contract on Sunday. It's whether or not Luka Doncic decides to extend his contract or not on August 2nd when he is eligible to do so. And the Lakers cannot jeopardize that. And to me, if I'm Luka Doncic, if I look at the Lakers and they just, to David's point, just let LeBron James walk to go anywhere, I'm not sure why I would look at the Lakers as a place I'd want to be long-term, because you're just completely handicapping this team next year. And by the way, for Luka Doncic, 2 years ago, he's in the NBA Finals. He gets traded to the Dallas Mavericks this past season, or from the Dallas Mavericks to the Lakers this past season, a team that's not nearly as good, that obviously hopes to be in that sort of conversation later. If LeBron James now walks away and he goes from being in the finals to now being on a team that's all but certainly going to be in the lottery next year, that would be, to me, just a wild set of circumstances for one of the best players in the league.
What if I told you that LeBron James, the king himself, might be suiting up for the Dallas Mavericks in 2025? Hold on to your seats, because this trade rumor isn't just wild talk anymore, it's getting real. Welcome to Elite Hoopers, where today, we dive deep into the latest NBA rumblings that could shake the entire league. With the rumors swirling around LeBron's future, and the Mavericks seemingly positioned to make a move, let's break down what could be the most shocking shift in the NBA's power dynamics. Is LeBron James really heading to Dallas? If he's bought out, that is, let's explore what this would mean for the Mavericks, the Lakers, and the entire league. Section 1. The Mavericks' big opportunity. LeBron James, in a buyout situation. LeBron James, still one of the best in the business, just picked up his $52.6 million player option for the 2025-26 season. That was the move that kept him with the Lakers for another year. But here's the twist. LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, dropped a bombshell statement saying, LeBron wants to compete for a championship, while acknowledging the Lakers' future-building phase. Is LeBron's future with the Lakers truly secure? Could a buyout really be in the cards? ESPN insider Dave McMenamin reports that the Dallas Mavericks would only be interested in LeBron if the Lakers decide to buy him out. Forget trades. The Mavs have zero interest in gutting their roster to match his hefty salary. But if he's a free agent, that's a whole different ballgame. The Mavericks are eyeing a potential super team, with Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and now possibly LeBron James. But a buyout would be a financial gymnastics nightmare. A visual of LeBron wearing the Lakers jersey fading into a Mavericks jersey with the backdrop of Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic standing alongside him. Section 2. The likely drama. Will LeBron really leave? Lael. Now, let's get real. Does anyone really believe LeBron James would leave the Lakers and walk away from $52.6 million in salary? The guy is on the edge of NBA history, and he wants his legacy to remain a dominant force. Here's where it gets interesting. LeBron's options are far from clear. There's no indication yet that he'll request a trade. But Rich Paul's statement has left the door open. Could this be the beginning of a split? The Lakers, despite their recent moves to improve the roster, are still not enough to make a serious push for a title in LeBron's final years. The team's recent additions, DeAndre Ayton and Jake LaRavia, exactly scream contender, do they? Now, could this be the perfect storm for LeBron to look elsewhere? Especially when his potential suitors include a ready-made title contender in Dallas, LeBron in a Lakers jersey with question marks around him, then cut to him walking towards a Lakers exit with the Mavs colors in the background. Section 3. The Mavericks dream. LeBron, Kyrie, AD, and Luka. The Dallas Mavericks are in a prime position to make waves in the NBA. With Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving already on the roster, the Mavs are set up for a championship push, but what if they added LeBron James to that mix? Why Dallas? LeBron's ties to Kyrie Irving. The two won a title together in Cleveland, and their relationship is stronger than ever. Anthony Davis. The Lakers' former All-Star is now a part of the Mavs trade talks, and we know LeBron's fondness for his teammate, Jason Kidd and Frank Vogel. LeBron's familiarity with the coaching staff could make the Mavs even more appealing, but there's a catch. LeBron could disrupt the development of rookie star Cooper Flagg. The Mavericks know. One pick. With the ball in the hands of LeBron, Luka, and Kyrie, will Flagg get the touches he needs to grow? This could be a double-edged sword for the Mavs. LeBron, Luka, and Kyrie forming a powerful trio with the Mavs logo in the center. Transition to Cooper Flagg, looking on from the side, considering his future. Section 4. The reality checker, trade for LeBron. Not likely. While the idea of trading for LeBron James sounds tantalizing, Dallas simply doesn't have the assets to pull it off without sacrificing a ton of depth. Trading for a player of LeBron's caliber would mean giving up rotation players, draft picks, and future assets known of which the Mavs are willing to part with. But here's the thing, LeBron has a no-trade clause. So, if a trade were to happen, he would have control over where he goes. Can the Lakers really afford to trade LeBron? Would they be willing to risk it? Especially after his legendary career with them. The likelihood of LeBron being bought out is slim, but if it happens, the Mavs could be a top contender to land him. The problem, the money. A buyout would mean LeBron has to forfeit a chunk of that $52.6 million, something that doesn't seem likely, unless LeBron's frustrated with the Lakers' lack of direction. LeBron holding a contract with his massive salary in front of the Lakers logo, then cutting to him sitting down with Luka and Kyrie at a Dallas practice facility. Section 5. The competing offers. Could the Mavs face serious competition? Let's face it, Dallas isn't the only team in the running for LeBron James. The Cleveland Cavaliers, his former team, are another likely contender. They have the history, the roster, and the emotional appeal to bring LeBron back into the fold. Could LeBron reunite with the Cavs for one last ride? But beyond Cleveland, you've got teams like the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks. Both are desperate to add a superstar, and both have the financial flexibility to make a run at LeBron. A map of the NBA showing teams like Cleveland, New York, and Miami with arrows pointing towards LeBron James, while Dallas sits at the center with a spotlight. Section 6. The endgame. What's next for LeBron and the Lakers? It's no secret that LeBron's time with the Lakers is likely drawing to a close as when. Whether through a buyout or a free agency move, LeBron's future is uncertain. If the Lakers fail to meet his championship aspirations, especially with LeBron entering his 23rd NBA season, the Mavs could be a perfect fit. However, there are many obstacles standing in the way. Financials, contracts, and the development of younger stars like Cooper Flagg all play a huge role in how things unfold. But one thing's for sure, LeBron James will have no shortage of options if he decides to move on from LA, whether that's Dallas, Cleveland, or even another team. The 2025-26 season is shaping up to be a historic chapter in LeBron's already legendary career. LeBron sitting on the court, looking up at the Lakers logo one last time, then transitioning to a countdown for the upcoming season, leaving the future open-ended. So, what do you think? Will LeBron James make the move to the Mavericks in 2025? Or will he finish his career in Los Angeles? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to hit that thumbs up if you're excited about the NBA season and want to stay updated on all things basketball. Elite Hoopers will have you covered with every twist and turn.